everybody, welcome back to the Bright Landry Hockey Center. Will Hentschel on Nesson with you as St. Lawrence leads Harvard 3-1 here midway through the second. And St. Lawrence is an unbelievably proud organization hailing from Canton, New York, and nowhere is that more evident than their selection of head coaches. Ever since the program started in 1978, only 5 individuals have held the title of women's head coach, starting with Bernie McKinnon at the very beginning, all the way to present with Chris Wells. All those coaches have been alumni, so fewer people have coached St. Lawrence than have walked on the moon, and the MO stands. If you want to coach the Saints, you have to be a Saint. Guys, back to you. Hey everybody, Will Hentschel back here at the Bright Landry Hockey Center, where Dartmouth is still protecting that 2-1 lead. But the start of Ivy League hockey season doesn't just mean a return to the ice, it means a return to reading for dozens of elementary school students across the Commonwealth. Ian Moore and Alex Gaffney recently attended the Harvard Reading Program at Countryside Elementary School to read for 60 third graders. The Harvard Reading Program encourages young readership by setting reading challenges to the students, and if those students hit those challenges, they receive free tickets to Harvard athletic events. Ian said, "We had a great time talking and reading with the students last week. It was awesome to hear their curiosities and goals for the future, and we hope to see some of those students again at home games this year." So Tyler, Ben, I hope you've been catching up on your reading. Thanks so much, guys. Here with Gemma Demento. Gemma, Massachusetts native, you come back here to Cambridge, Massachusetts. You get an assist in the final regular season game of the season. What are the emotions like for you?
I mean, they're all over the place. This is my last regular season game. I'm a senior, I'm leaving, getting to play it at home, having to have all these people, loved ones here to see it, and just getting assists. And I didn't have any points coming in to tonight, so to get to leave with one, especially doing it at home with everyone watching is super special.
There were a handful of phenomenal goals tonight, but I think the loudest cheer from the St. Lawrence faithful came when your assist got announced. Just what is it like to have this family support here and have the fans come out and support you?
Honestly, it's incredible. I wouldn't ask for anything more, anything better, and even the bench too, just everyone constantly, and just the support you get from them, it kind of makes it all worthwhile, and it's why you play the sport.
Now lastly, as a team, you guys are for sure locked into that first round bye. What's the next couple of days looking like for you, resting, recuperating, getting ready for whoever's coming out of that first round of the ECAC tournament?
Yeah, being at home is huge. We always play so much better at home, and kind of just getting to see who's coming in to play with us, and making sure we're as prepared as possible and just working as hard as we can. And if we work as hard as we can, we're going to get the best outcome no matter what.
Well, congratulations. Welcome back to Massachusetts, and we look forward to seeing more SLU hockey in the postseason.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you. Harvard and Michigan separated by 1 goal here at Georgia Field entering the final 15 minutes of play. This game has been filled with fireworks, but for Harvard, the season started out with fireworks when Inside Lacrosse released its Power 100 rankings of the top first years in the nation. The Crimson had 6 representatives on that list, headlined by netminder Graham Stevens, Michael Savadow, Jared Masnick, Nathan Kubry, Patrick Grimley, and Mac Moan were the other members on that side. Now again, Stevens is really the only player that's seen significant minutes from that list, but the Crimson have such a bright future with some of the top first years in the nation. Guys, back to you. Yeah, Ben, not getting warm just yet, but alongside head coach Jerry Byrne. Jerry, I asked John Arndt the same question, but you guys were leading at halftime. You knew Michigan was going to come back. They're a tenacious team. What does it say about your team's attitude and able to stay in this game and get some important goals?
Doing this for a long time, you realize if you have an advantage at halftime, they're going to make some changes. It's easier to be the hunter, so coming from behind is much easier than holding on to a lead. And so we talked about taking a counterpunch. That's a cultural thing. That's a skill like anything else. So we've proven ourselves, whether it's Syracuse or Providence or Marquette, being able to take that counterpunch and make the plays.
Sometimes a baseball team needs great pitching to get a win. Other times they have to lean on the bats. But for the Syracuse Mets on Mother's Day, they were spoiled for riches. 16 strikeouts and 15 hits led them to an 11-4 victory over the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. Manager Kevin Bowles said the offensive explosion was a nice change of pace.